Welcome to this week's Global Quickie. I'm Michael Brooks, and the Global Quickie, we take international stories, present them for you, break them down, give you some greater context for understanding them. On this Global Quickie, does inequality drive unhappiness, and what are the most happy and unhappy countries in the world? So I'm not sure everybody knows this, but on March 20th, the United Nations is going to be celebrating World Happiness Day. Now, I absolutely did not know that this existed. It's kind of cool. And there's a piece in Good by Jordan Krashola breaking down some really important research that correlates with World Happiness Day, because the World Happiness Report, which is a report released on the state of happiness in the world, comes out the same month as this celebration. Now, let's start off by noting who the happiest countries in the world are. Happiest countries are Denmark, that's number one, happiest people anywhere. That's followed by Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, and Finland, dominating the top five. Let's go to the most unhappy places. And of course, depressingly, this isn't really surprising. Benin, Afghanistan, Togo, Syria, and Burundi are at the bottom. And what happened in this year's report is they included factors having specifically to do with income inequality. And it found that along with all the other measures that you can correlate with happiness, income inequality directly led to less healthy and happy populations for obvious economic reasons, but also for psychological ones. So we can see in this World Happiness Report that inequality, again, is not only a material crisis and a moral problem, it's also a psychological one. Daniel Goleman has written about how wealth inequality can exacerbate a lack of empathy. There's literature on wealth inequality and lack of mental health. And we see it playing out in these large measurements. Now, obviously, measuring something as subjective as happiness is tricky, but you can trust people's reporting a fair amount on these things, apparently, because they're getting used more. And there are even now several governments in the world that have ministries dedicated to happiness. So more inequality, more unhappiness. And that's this week's Global Quickie.
Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.